I hid in the closet to prank my fiancé. She ended up bringing a guy home and did the deed in front of me. Me and my fiancé had been together for 7 years, and I planned to propose to her this February to start off the year in 2023. However, that has changed. When what could have been a normal day of pranking my wife turned into the most miserable day of my life. It was the 20th of January where I had to finish off work and try to have some entertainment with my fiancé by inviting her to the movies, eating at a restaurant, or just watching Netflix of her favorite series. But what I enjoyed most was pranking her. In our earliest days of relationship, we would often prank each other, and not just any normal pranks. I'm talking about extreme here, like that one time in Halloween where she should remotely control the dolls to scare the living crap out of me, and that other time where I put super glue on her favorite chair she sits on every day, and a lot of other extreme-like pranks, which is why we loved each other so much, because we would always try to brighten up each other almost every single day. However, as the years passed by, there were less pranks as we got busy working the 9-to-5 life, saving up money and reaching our financial goals together to save up a mortgage for a house. Everything was almost fine except for one problem. Our bedroom life has a certain issue. She has issues trying to enjoy it, and she would always blame the stress from work. But I caught on immediately that she is telling a white lie, when the truth all along was that my Johnson was smaller than average, between 1 to 2 inch in size. I tried to talk to her about this, and how I can pleasure her in other ways, as I am open to have her own adult toys to compensate. However, she didn't want any of that and would only want to keep things vanilla, and I completely understand. I felt bad for her at the time, but over time things got a bit better as I worked up some skills to make our bedroom life enjoyable. Or so I believed. Again, on the 20th of January, I decided to hide in our closet as I got off early from work and expecting her to come home soon. Almost 2 hours has passed after her shift ended, and I still waited. When she finally came home, she was asking if I was home. Her voice echoes on the entire house so I could hear it. She even tried to call me to see where I was, and I just texted her that I am driving my way to visit my parents, a 2-hour drive. I know that it's a lie, but I am doing this to prank her. That was when I heard a guy coming into the house with my fiancé. That guy turned out to be my boss from work, and suddenly I had a really bad gut feeling. I decided to let things play out and listen on their conversation. But the more I listened, the more things had gotten worse. She led my boss to our bedroom where I was hiding in the closet. They then would make out and would just do the deed right there. I had to record the whole thing as this is evident of her affair, but at that same moment, it had broken me. I was crying silently as I watched them do it. I was so tempted to stop them, but I was held onto the belief that my wife would realize that what she did was wrong. But it had continued, and I had to watch the whole thing. When it was over, my fiancé escorted my boss to the door where he finally leaves. I had to secretly move out of the house and get some fresh air. I went to my car and just drove to my parents' place. I told my parents everything what had happened. They were very angry for what she did and advised me to just leave her. My wife texted wondering when I would come back, and I just texted her that I will come back the next day. I'm not sure what to do now, but all I want right now is have some space and to rethink my options for the future.